Over all the years of me listening to and encountering Drake's music, um, I've noticed that he's a bit of a strategist. And obviously, listening to Drake's music throughout the years, you can see that he's a bit of a trend at the same time. And what I mean by that is Drake has never really, I guess, rapped or spoke about topics or issues surrounding people of a very small demographic. He doesn't generally sit around and discuss ideologies and concepts that often, if at all, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Something that I've come to enjoy about Drake is the fact that he does have what a lot of people through social media tend to tote as very retweetable lyrics, very Instagram caption worthy songs. Not the only rapper, but I would say the most popular, the one with the biggest platform, would have to go to Drake. Even with this song, Nice for What, that he recently came out with over the weekend, I thought it was a good attempt to pander to an audience that it's trendy to pander to in this day and age. Appreciating women right now is a trend. Although I think it's a great thing to do, and I appreciate, what it's inspired by and the women that inspired the music video and who he's trying to promote and represent. Although all of that is inspiring, I feel like it's a trend only because of the people that Drake pandered to in the actual music video. He's not pandering to regular women, and he never actually has. In most of his songs, he's referenced women in a very high position, women who are already appreciated, at least through the public perspective, at least people who were viewing them through a public lens, people who didn't actually know them that well. They always put these or prop these women up on pedestals. He's got Tracee Ellis Ross in the music video, the young actress from Blackish. I'm sorry, her name just misses me. He's got Tiffany Haddish in the video. Again, the other actress named Mrs. Me. She used to be a regular on The Office. Had some other roles at the same time, but the one I know her most for is The Office. And Drake is popular for promoting popular. You know what I mean? He's not really speaking on a small demographic. And most of the women, like I said, in his music video are women that we've already known, the women that we've already seen. You might see a woman that you used to, be in love with years ago pop up in this music video. You don't know. So Drake is really good at pulling at not only nostalgia, but pulling at what's already been viewed, by many people. He's not really trying to go into some kind of intricate detail about something that most people wouldn't already know about, because I feel like that would be Drake taking a risk in popularity. I mean, look through his entire discography. He's not ever speaking of something that no one else hasn't already spoke about or hasn't already experienced. And while that's Drake's thing, that's what Drake does, it has me looking at this music video from a different lens and thinking, if you want, kind of the woman to be appreciated, why you're propping up women who have already been appreciated. I felt the video would have been a little bit better received if he tackled like the average woman. And of course, there are average women, like I said, that look as beautiful as the women in this music video do, but don't have the same occupation, maybe don't have the same amount of revenue, maybe don't have the same opportunities. All that kind of ties into it. And I see a bunch of people on Twitter, a bunch of people on social media going crazy about this song as if it's the most powerful statement anyone has ever made. And while Drake is the guy to do it, if anyone, I just think it falls on deaf ears for me. And the main reason I say it falls on deaf ears for me is because the lyrics in the song represent the average female perspective, while the music video doesn't. So it's pandering to two totally different audiences, the music video doing one thing and the song doing another, or trying to. Because at this point, I'm pretty certain that most people aren't going to see Tracee Ellis Ross in the club trying to get the perfect angle for her selfies. I mean, she might be. I'm not sure. She might be. But I feel like there's the music video trying to do its thing and then the song trying to do its own thing. And I feel the song would have been better represented if they had a music video that represented the average or the regularity of the lyrics. The regularity of the song is what probably drove it to be more popular than people would have accepted it to be had it been, lyrics about women in the industry. So I feel like Drake did one thing in the song but did another in the music video. I also like how Drake strategically places himself when it comes to appreciating the women that he's talking about here, because he never actually puts himself in the position to be in the friend zone or just to be the guy who's the shoulder to cry on. He always makes it so that he is a part of the demographic that he says undervalues and underappreciates women, while at the same time propping them up and saying how much they should be appreciated. He's still trying to say that I'm just a regular guy too, but I notice that you guys have your hardships. I notice that you guys aren't appreciated as much as you should be, and I'm at fault for that. Am I gonna change? Probably not, but I don't really have to change. I just have to let you know that I'm here for you. Because Drake is the same artist that's been rapping about having side chicks and rapping about dealing with this girl while dealing with this girl and dealing with this and dealing with that. And this certainly isn't his first time appreciating a woman or telling her how much she means to him or what she represents in his life. But just like now, he's always put himself in a position that he isn't just like this nerdy little guy that's waiting for her to come out of class so he can hold her books while she goes into her locker and gets her book bag for gym class. Like, he's not doing any of the really cheesy shit to get her attention. He's just kind of admiring her from afar, but still saying, hey, I'm a fucking dickhead too sometimes. Drake is a trend. He's not ever tackling or discussing a topic that is really controversial. It's generally something that is accepted as right or wrong. So you're rarely going to hear Drake making a song, an entire track about something that means something to a small demographic. You know what I mean? Like, you're not probably going to hear Drake making a whole track or, many tracks on end about, situations that go on in the hood, even though, he does rap in some instances about his ends in Canada and about maybe some of the areas that he came to know while he was living with his father in the South. Situations that the average young black male has to go through. You're not probably going to hear Drake talk about. You're not really going to hear Drake really talk about or talk from a very in-depth perspective in regards to like maybe police brutality or maybe racism on the job or something that just like many people just happen to notice in their day-to-day that gets overlooked by someone who doesn't live the average day-to-day. And I accept that. I'm fine with that. But that, like I said, manifests and it shows up in this music video. It shows the type of women that Drake is trying to appreciate. It shows I guess it shows a perspective of someone who seems to have forgotten what the woman is. She isn't just this tool or this doll to prop up and say this is beauty. This is what she's supposed to be appreciated. And while there are definitely females on this music video or in this music video that live in different occupations, they're all somewhat beautiful. They could all be considered good looking women, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so you can argue about that if you want to, but they've all got some charm to them. I guess now that we're at this point in the video, people would probably be asking, well, does this mean that you have a problem with the music video? Does this mean you like the music video? I do like the music video, and I do like what it was trying to represent. I do feel like it completely misses the average female perspective or kind of what needs to be valued or appreciated, in modern day feminism, I guess, if you want to call it that. Or just if you're not a feminist, or if you're not a female who's a feminist and you just kind of want to just be appreciated, or you want someone to shine light on your situation, don't expect it to be covered in a Drake track. Don't expect it to be covered in a music video from a rapper who's, I guess, focal point or whose reference point is Tracy Ellis Ross, or whose reference point is actresses from The Office or female comedians. Like, that shouldn't be your rubric if you're looking to be appreciated. Like, if that is someone's rubric, you're probably going to miss a lot of the smaller perspectives or perspectives out there that are majority that happen to come from a minority. Because to be honest with yourself, Drake isn't really probably hanging around with the females out there that work at Sephora, or females out there that are at the mall kiosks, or are helping you around Nordstrom. Nordstrom has some really good looking female workers. Like, oh my god, I always find. Never mind. Anyway, now that I do understand what the song is about, and I do like that Drake is trying to appreciate what he feels is underappreciated, I do feel like it's a little bit misleading to say that these are the women that should be appreciated when it's actually the women beneath them, in my opinion. But that's a different video, I guess you could say. You can let the females speak for themselves. I mean, they are always speaking about being underappreciated and undervalued, but I'm just surprised that you would be in such strong support of someone who is severely missing the normalcy, like the normal aspect of what a woman is, not really the looks, because I'm not really focused on that. A lot of people will say, oh, well, females don't look like this. You can find some good looking females. So it's not about the way they look necessarily. It's more about their occupation, what it is that they're doing. Women in college, maybe. You're not really tackling the female perspective that needs to be appreciated, in my opinion. Of course, they still have their struggles. You're always gonna have struggles anywhere you go, but these females that he's propping up probably have less of them than the ones who need to be appreciated, in my opinion. But that's just me. Now for the song. What do I think the song is gonna do? Do I like the song? I hate the song. I hate the fucking song. The song means absolutely nothing to me. It's understandable because it's not meant for my demographic. I do enjoy the Lauryn Hill sample, but that's all I really enjoy about the track. I guess I get really tired of people hyping up anything when it contains something from somewhere else. Like, this is a Lauryn Hill X Factor sample just boosted up and looped in the background while Drake's rapping very average over the track. He's not delivering any real quotables, in my opinion. I mean, the track title itself, Nice for What, means a lot because he's saying, what are you being nice for when you have all this going for you? Like, you don't need to be nice. You don't need to care about this dude. You don't need to do this. Nice for what? Be you. Do you. I get it. But it's not enjoyable to me. I don't like Drake's voice over it. I think it's pretty annoying. There is this part in the middle of the song or after the middle of the song where we get this abrasive change and then it goes back to the beat and then the rest of the song sounds like it's just a remix. I don't really expect this song to have that much virality or popularity, at least without the music video, because the song alone, it sounds just like a remix. And songs like that generally don't top the charts, so I don't expect this to be bigger than A God's Plan. I don't expect it to be more popular than anything that Drake's put out over the last few months. I'm sure some people will still call it a bop, but in my opinion, it doesn't really do that much. God's Plan, in my opinion, is a little bit more condensed. It seems a little bit shorter, a little bit easier to get through, in my opinion. It seems less abrasive. There's less going on in the song, in my opinion, that makes some of Drake's lines more enjoyable. Some of the stops and breaks in between Drake's verses a little bit more enjoyable. Sometimes where you can just enjoy the beat. The beat's very simple. It's just the simplicity of the song is what makes it enjoyable to listen to, in my opinion. That's why I like God's Plan. This one, I just feel like there's way too much going on. But Drake doing what he normally does, this track doesn't surprise me. It's a popular thing, and Drake is a popular artist. Drake is also a trend, and he's rapping about a trendy thing. Whatever the general public is talking about, whatever the general public is accepting as good, you can expect Drake to, at some point, rap about it, or at some point to just capitalize off of it. It's smart. I'm sure he's genuine. I'm sure he feels, that he did a good thing. Am I gonna be listening to this thing on repeat? Unless, I have a girl come over and she wants to bop the song, then that's the only time I'm listening to it. A lot of people tend to think that you listen to songs because you like them. No, sometimes you listen to songs because you're not a stick in the mud. You don't want to ruin the mood. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, turn that shit off and everybody's listening to the song. Like, no, I'm just going to enjoy the moment. Am I going to hate the song in my head? Yes, but am I going to ruin the mood in the moment? No, it is what it is. So hop in the comment section. I really want to know what your guys' opinion of this is, how you feel about Drake making this music video, and if you think he's going to remain a trend in hip hop and keep making songs that pander to what is in popular demand. Please, like I said, hop in the comment section. I really want to know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. It's been me, and I'm out. Peace.